Hi there, I'm Jack Van Ryn, Mayor of the Town of Coldell. I will be giving you a council brief from our regular council meeting that was held Monday, October 24th, 2022. And the first item that came up on the agenda under agenda item 5.1 was regarding a development permit application for the civic address of 2124 16th Avenue, which is the home of the Birds of Prey Center. And Colin Weir, the manager of the Birds of Prey, is proposing a new building to serve as a retreat and environmental learning center where a variety of activities are proposed to take place, including pre-booked use by visiting groups of the center or to the center, private group instruction, classroom learning, new education and environmental learning classes such as photography, school group use, especially during inclement weather, special events such as but not limited to birthdays for children and families, use of facility grounds after hours by guests who stay overnight, meetings and special events, food services limited to refreshments and warmed up meals. There's no cooking allowed. Overnight accommodation is primarily for tourists visiting the center. Overnight accommodation rooms will be a premium style accommodation, likely costing 50% more than the current room rates in Coldell. And parking spaces will only be required by guests who stay overnight. A maximum of 6 vehicles will park at the building, and other building users will utilize the existing parking area on 16th Avenue. So there was a discussion held last night by council, and at the end of the discussion, council approved the development permit application with suggested conditions for the Retreat and Environmental Learning Center. So basically what that means is that the development permit was approved based on Colin Weir getting some homework done as far as some of the requirements that need to be fulfilled. And once those requirements are fulfilled, then it's going to come back to council one more time. But as it stands now, the new project, which is very, very unique for Coldell. It's going to be great for the Birds of Prey. And I'll have some information or agenda package in the comment section below this video so that you can review the staff report more in detail. Also, as part of that, that was approved was a picnic shelter that's going to be going in right behind the gift shop, close to the water's edge, where there'll be picnic tables, and my understanding is there'll be like a spotting scope so visitors can view the wildlife in the wetland. Then after that, we had under new business, under bylaws and policies, we had a discussion regarding a land use rezoning from urban reserve to direct control. And we had our Director of Growth and Investment, Cameron Mills, present on that. And the property that this was regarding is a residential acreage within the recently annexed lands located to the north of Highway 3 along 18th Ave. The property has been purchased with the intention of redeveloping the site to accommodate in short-term and office-type use for the administrative side of Casco Cattle Company business, which operates feedlots near Coldell, Tabor, and Raymond. So the proposal in its initial stages will include approximately a 5,000 square foot office building in the location of the existing house, which will support 6 to 10 full-time staff. So right now it is classified as urban reserve. So in order for them to proceed with a commercial style building, council approved first reading to change it to direct control. And now that first reading is completed, we will schedule a public hearing where residents can come and listen to the proposal. We'll have the applicant in attendance as well, and to go into the project in more depth. And based on that public hearing, it'll determine if we're going to go to second and third reading before passing the bylaw that will change it from urban reserve to direct control. So that'll be coming up in the next, I'm going to say in the next second or third council meeting in the future here. Then under new business, we had our Director of Operational Services, Justin McPherson, do a staff report on the Coaldale Cemetery columbarium. And basically that is regarding the columbarium that's existing right now at the entrance to the cemetery is full. So we're looking at adding a second unit now. And the columbarium has little niches in it, and that's where families can put funeral urns in there to be stored permanently. So we put out, we're going to be putting out a what's called a RFP, so a request for a proposal to all the funeral homes in southern Alberta to see if they want to partner with the town of Coaldale in constructing a new columbarium. And based on the replies that we get, or the responses we get to that RFP, town council will decide if they want to partner with a funeral home or if we want to do it on our own. So we gave direction to Justin last night to move forward with the RFP. Then under new business, agenda item 8.2, we had our Manager of Infrastructure, Dustin Yankee, present on pedestrian accessibility improvements at the intersection of Highway 3 and 20th Street. And this staff report came about from a resident's letter, Christina Scott. So thank you, Christina, for bringing this to council's attention. And Christina is a member of the Access Coaldale group, and she addressed a letter to town council outlining pedestrian accessibility concerns at the intersection of Highway 3 and 20th Street. The concerns noted were largely related to poorly maintained sidewalk infrastructure that inhibits the mobility of those with disabilities. Administration has since engaged with Alberta Transportation and CP Rail to determine when and if improvements could be made. So when dealing with Alberta Transportation, that can take a long time to get any action moving forward because it's such a slow process. So because of Christina's Scott's letter, Dustin sent it to Alberta Transportation and to CP Rail, outlining some of the concerns that she brought up, and we actually got a response fairly quickly, and CP Rail is going to be making improvements to the rail crossing, and also Alberta Transportation will work with the town of Coaldale on doing some much needed improvements. And as part of those improvements, council voted to replace some of the municipal sidewalks that are our responsibility. So as part of AT's or Alberta Transportation's project, council voted unanimously to spend $83,600 to replace the sidewalks on the north and south side of that intersection to improve accessibility for our residents. So I was glad to see that go through. And then again, Christina, thank you very much. Then we had a Councillor Lisa Reese that gave a council report. She sits on the Birds of Prey Committee, and as always, Lisa does a really good job with her reports, very in-depth, and I'll have the link to the live stream so you can listen to the report yourself. And other than that, that was it for the business side of our regular council meeting. And then right after we were done that meeting, we went into our organizational council meeting. And that particular meeting had to do with our council calendar, so all the meeting dates for 2022, 2023, also all the events that are taking place in Coldell. And then we also went through our committee appointments. So there's quite a few committees that different members of council are part of. So we went through each one of those committees one by one to see if members of council wanted to stay with their current committees. And we finished that. And then there was a few committees that have citizen members. So as part of that, when we need 2 citizen members for one particular committee and we have 3, 4, 5 applicants, we go through their resumes, and then council decides on who they would like to have on those committees. So we did that as well. So I'll have both agenda packages in the comment section below this video. Please take a look at them. And if you have any questions, as always, I'll have my phone number, I'll have my email address. Please reach out to me. And also do me a big favor, and when you watch my videos, make sure that if you have comments, say something, ask me a question. I would love it if you would like it. I would like it if you would share it, because it's a lot of work putting all this information out on social media for our residents. And that was one of my campaign promises, and as well other members of council. It's all about communication. So it's important for us to get the messaging out to our residents. So I'll post this on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. And again, if you see me on the street, stop me, we'll have a conversation. And I look forward to having a conversation with you. Take care. Have a great week. Bye.